We have lasted 6 years married. God help me. Or is it God help you? I don't know.
God help me, I think.
We are enjoying our evening in the hot tub, in the lazy spa. Later on, we're going to go home, get ourselves a takeaway. And we've got some questions to answer that you guys put to us. And we're going to talk about how we lasted this long and what could have gone wrong and what went right. So we're going to enjoy this hot tub, have a little relax, because I think we've worked very hard this summer, haven't we?
We have.
Me
We've been
especially.
so busy this summer.
Me especially. I've worked very hard.
You're off work at the moment. I've worked really hard this summer.
Okay, we'll catch you in a bit. Indian is ordered. Let's start from the start. How long have we been together? That's a genuine question because I don't know.
How long do you think?
I don't know, about 8 years?
9 years.
9 years. So we were married. This is our 6th year anniversary, and we were together about 3 years before. Before we tied the knot. And you
Yeah.
were a very young bride, weren't you?
I was.
You were a very young bride. Charlie has matured, become more of a woman.
I was very young when
You
we
were
got
very
married.
young.
Very young when we got together, to be fair.
My hairline hasn't really gone back much further. It's
No,
just,
this is my thing.
It's
Everyone
just
always...
stayed really far back.
Your hairline's always been like that.
Yeah, so let's start from the beginning. I've had some questions, okay? So, here's one for you. Key D asks, happy anniversary, thank you. I'd like to hear the highlights from when you met up to now, and a little insight into the future. That's quite a lot. I can't tell you too much of the in-betweens, because 6 years is a while, so that might take a while. So, go on, how did we meet?
We met online.
Online, we did. Speak up so everyone can hear you.
So we met online on a dating app called Plenty of Fish.
We missed the Tinder, didn't we?
Yeah, we were too early
Missed
for
the
Tinder.
swipes of Tinder, which I'm so gutted about, because I sounds like fun. No?
You're never going to experience it now.
No. So what do we do on the first date?
So the first time we met, I was going on a night out with my friend, and you came along. Like very last minute, you came along, and we spent the whole night talking at the bar.
Tagged along.
You were wearing a mustard yellow shirt. I will never forget that. Very fancy.
I don't have that shirt anymore. I do not have a mustard shirt anymore.
It's a real shame. I really liked that
No,
shirt.
you didn't. You always take the mick.
I just like that colour now. I think I'd like it now.
You always take the mick at me. You always like, oh, you wore that mustard shirt on the
You wore your mustard shirt, jeans, and brown shoes.
Yeah.
You might even still have the shoes.
I don't think so. So we went out and spoke. We're chatting all night at the bar. You ditched your friend like a really bad friend.
My friend ditched me. If you remember, she went.
Dunno.
She didn't even come to the second place.
And then, what did we do the day after?
We went for breakfast.
Went for breakfast.
The following morning.
Forte tea rooms.
It was very nice.
And then what?
I was a bit hungover though, so I found it really hard to eat that breakfast, but I was trying to be polite. And then...
Was it the same day I took...
It wasn't the same day. I think it was maybe a week later. I think it was on my next day off work.
Okay.
We went and did Go Ape, which obviously you've seen us do.
Yeah, we've done a vlog on Go Ape. That wasn't our first date. First proper date, of course. Yeah, we went to Go Ape because, I tell you what, if you are single, and you're looking to go on dates, the best thing you can do is something active. Do something active, not the cinema. Don't go for a meal. Do something active where you're not forced to talk, because that's my problem. Like, before you, I'm how old? Much older, No, 4 years. I'm only 4.
You're only
I'm
4
only
years
4.
older.
I'm only 4, but obviously at that
Because
stage...
you had to think about that.
But at that stage, I had been on more dates and you know, because I'm older than you.
Yeah.
So
you'd been
I
kind of clubbing
always-
age and stuff a lot longer than me.
Yeah. I always struggled with being on a first date in like cinema or a meal or whatever, because
Cinema's the worst first date
it's-
because you don't talk.
no, but and that's awkward. But I don't like forced conversation. And obviously, sometimes you meet someone you can talk so naturally with, but it's a lot better if you do something active, and then you're sort of it's natural conversation. You know, helping each other along a course, for example, like Go Ape. It's natural. Taking the mick out of each other whilst doing it. It's natural.
I think you mainly took the mick out of me, if I'm honest.
Basically. Charlie looked a bit weird because you were very skinny.
I was very, very
Yeah,
skinny
and
when we got
and
together.
even now you've got ridiculously long legs.
Yeah.
Compared to your body, your legs are like that.
So
long,
we
and
are
your body's
near
like
enough
that
the same height.
long. I'm taller.
Ish.
I do sometimes get you to grab stuff off the top shelf, though, don't I?
Yeah.
I do sometimes have to.
I'm better at getting stuff off the top of the kitchen cupboards than you.
Yeah, so that was the first sort of couple of weeks. It moved very quickly, and I think you more or less. I was living at my mum's, and we were only kind of a 2-minute walk away from each other anyway. And you more or less moved into my mum's house with
So
me.
I was still sharing a room with my sister. So we didn't really spend much time at my house.
No.
We'd spend all the time at his house. And your mum pretty much welcomed me with open arms from day one.
Yeah, I was getting sick of you, to be honest. I really was. I really was. And I've told you this before.
Yeah.
I was really sick of you. You were getting on my nerves. I couldn't get rid of you. Now look what's happened. I'm married to her and I definitely can't get rid of her.
Do you still want to get rid of me?
Sometimes. It depends if you're annoying me or not.
Horrible.
I know I am. I'm only joking. Of course I am. I wouldn't have a life without you. Unless I never met you, and then who knows?
You never know.
But anyway, we're very lucky. We've in a position where so you had a little bit of inheritance, right?
Yes.
And I didn't, but my mum lent me some money. And we thought, right, we're going to be practical. Why don't we?
This was very early on as well.
Yeah, why don't we get a part ownership flat together? So we were looking around. I thought, well, we've got enough for a deposit. And in the end, you know, we're always practical. I said to Charlie's mum and dad, I remember sitting down on their sofa and saying that this is what we're wanting to do. If we did break up, at least it's physical money that we get back. We can split it, whatever. And they were like, yeah, fine, go ahead with it. And we got a flat, a part ownership flat, and it was our foot on the ladder very quickly. Most people don't do that. You know, all this, house prices are too much. You will start small. And look where we are now, and we could get somewhere bigger if we wanted to. And we were very lucky. But you struggled, didn't you?
I really struggled. So we moved about, it's about 15 minutes from where both our parents live.
I would say, though, just remember who our audience are. A lot of our audience are from Australia.
Okay.
Not everyone. I love everyone else that's not from Australia. Carry on.
But I think the biggest thing, we moved out of the city I'd grown up in. I couldn't drive. And I had never really... I'd moved out briefly before we got together. But very briefly, only like for a couple of months. And moving away from family was really difficult for me.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for him. But I found that really difficult. Probably I would say the first year we were out on our own was tough.
That was very make or break. Very make or break. But settled down, and actually I think, although I am quite cold and I'm quite sarcastic and can be seen as being quite arrogant sometimes, and I'm honestly not arrogant. It's a persona sort of thing. But actually, I think it's done wonders for you. And that's not me being big-headed. I can feel the comments.
But I was quite nervous.
Yeah.
Quite timid. Quite an anxious person. I was very much set in my ways. I didn't really like to try anything new. Didn't want to do anything new. And now I will try anything.
No, because I forced you to.
Yeah, but that took a long time.
Yeah, but I forced her. Like, whether it's eating, it's try this, eat it. And actually, she loves stuff now. When it's doing things in public, it's pushing you to do stuff, pushing you to talk to people.
I needed someone to give me the confidence boost. And I actually don't think work-wise I probably would have done what I've done if I hadn't grown in confidence a bit.
What can I say? What can I
Stop.
say?
Your head literally is not going to get out of this living room in a minute.
So yeah, what happened? We then settled down in the flat. We got Joey, not here anymore. We got Pixie. We then went and got a Bengal cross Savannah cat. We called Soko after Southern Comfort. She didn't fit in. She was the most beautiful cat. She didn't fit in. And then the day that we rehomed Soko, we got Lena, who's down there, sleeping. And
It wasn't really planned that we'd definitely get Lena. It was all a little bit spur of the moment.
It was you.
Yeah.
That was you. Then, I think, how long were we in the flat for? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
You proposed to me in that time.
I did. Did we? We married in the flat, didn't we? Yeah, we married in the flat.
I was going to say, we got married there. We were married while we were in the flat.
We got married. And then we wanted to move. We wanted to move into a house. This was tricky because we had to move back to my mum's. Me being self-employed, I had to make it look like I was earning lots. Had to wait till April for the tax year. So we had to move back to my mum's. We sold our flat back to my mum's for about 8 months.
8 months.
Oh, it was tricky.
Considering, so we had to take the 2 cats and the dog back with us.
And my stepdad is allergic to cats.
So I was just going to say, his stepdad, they were so lovely letting us stay there because he's allergic to cats. They took us all in. We had our old bedroom back, which was the weirdest thing after being gone 4 years. Well, my old bedroom too. I was there like 9 months beforehand.
But yeah, the funny thing is with the house that we're in now is that we were looking and we found out we couldn't get enough money, but we were scheduled to look at this house on the Friday in September, I think it was. And then we said, we couldn't get the money. So we went back and then April came, I filed my tax return and we started looking again. And this house was on the market still. So we looked at it and we like this.
The previous sale had fallen through and
we got it about £15,000 cheaper and here we are now. Life's been good. Charlie's pushed up in the career ladder. Mm-hmm. Myself, I've got Woof and Meow. I've got Kickabout, my football coaching, YouTube. So life is good. It's pleasant. We're busy, really busy.
We're really busy.
But we can do what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Future. I don't know where the future will take us.
We don't really know. We know this isn't our forever home.
No.
That's the one thing we know for sure.
No, hopefully we'll get an electric car soon.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get rid of my car and get an electric.
Yeah. Not quite a Tesla, I don't think.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence for a
Tesla. So electric car is in the future. The elephant in the room is kids, right?
Yeah.
The elephant in the room is kids. And right after we got married, the rudest question someone can ask a newly married couple is, the rudest question, so when you having kids? Oh, go away. I really want to swear then, but...
And whenever you say to someone, oh, I've got a surprise, they always think I'm pregnant. For the last 6 years, I think that's the biggest thing we've had to deal with, is people's expectation that we would have had a child by now.
I think it's rude.
And the issue is, I'm not old.
No.
I've got plenty of time.
I'm not old.
Well, no, you're not old either. But obviously, as the woman, they're more inclined to
so,
my age.
I don't know. Maybe in a few years' time, maybe in a year's time, maybe in 5 years' time, maybe never. Who knows?
We don't know. There's so much we want to do, though.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where we are. Did you have any expectations before being married that were wildly different to now?
Okay, so actually on the thing we've just spoken about...
Oh, you do?
No. I always thought once I got married I would have kids straight away.
There you go.
And we haven't.
No.
And I'm not bothered that we haven't at all, in the slightest.
No.
We have fur babies.
I'd like to have more holidays, though. Just taking time off, I feel bad.
I think that's the thing for me. That's the thing I find hard, is you being self-employed and me being employed. I can take the holiday and you don't take the holiday.
Because I don't want to let people down.
And I understand why.
Don't want to let people down.
But then...
Now we're vlogging, we'll go more places.
And we have.
Right.
This has been great for us. Vlogging has been great because we've done so many things that we wouldn't do and tried so many new things.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
And the biggest is still to come in a month.
Yeah, Australia in a month. Cannot wait.
I'm so excited.
Cannot wait. I just want tickets to the grand final. Just want tickets to the Aussie Rules grand final. That's all I'm after.
Well, actually, he only wants a ticket. He's not that bothered if I come or
You
not.
can go shopping.
See?
You can go
I
shopping.
actually quite want to go for the experience and maybe to see Robbie Williams. But
Yeah.
he is not actually bothered if I come or not.
No, I'm really not, to be honest. That's basically it.
Is that it?
That is it. The Indian's just about to arrive. My favourite takeaway has arrived. The Great Mogul in Eastleigh. Now, this is the only place that does a Karai chicken boona. And it's like a mixture of two. Don't really know what it is, but it is not too hot, not too mild, and it's a lovely one. You haven't had that before, have you?
I've had a version of it. So this is a chicken sally, but it's a chicken tikka sally before.
They seem to mix two curries
Basically,
together.
this one has like fried potato crisps inside, which is so good. So yummy.
Okay, so pilau rice, plain naan for me,
Garlic naan.
garlic naan, chips, poppadoms. I love a poppadom,
And if you
especially in the
haven't
morning.
had chips with mango chutney, oh, it's like the best thing ever.
No, and two big
Huge poppadoms.
onion bhajis. Two onion
onion
bhajis.
bhajis.
Oh, actually, we don't normally order this. Interesting thing, I can never finish an Indian. I can never fully finish an
But you
Indian.
love day 2 Indian, don't you?
Day 2 Indian is the best. Curry is always better the day after. I can guarantee it, because all the chicken and all the marinades have soaked in. Much better the day after. Now we're going to finish this. Thank you so much for joining us on our 6-year anniversary. Hopefully 60 more. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
doable.
that's doable.
Sort of. That's doable. Yeah, as long as you stay alive.
Well, it's you. You're the old one.
See this abuse I get. Thank you so much for joining me. And Charlie. Thanks for joining us. That is the term. Thanks for joining
You
us.
think after 6 years of marriage you could do that?
I know. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this vlog with your friends and family, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.